Hey, we're back again. Isn't that like a song? Like Backstreet Boys?
I do not know any Backstreet Boys songs.
Never mind.
I'm sorry.
He doesn't listen to Backstreet Boys.
Not.
And I might have back in the day. Anyways, we're talking about all the paperwork that's involved with getting your loan approved.
Yes.
Because the number one thing I hear is, why is there so much paperwork? Or they want 2 months of this or 2 months of that, and I'm so confused, and I thought I'd submitted it, but what exactly, just tell us what the basics are,
Yeah.
and then why additional information is needed after that.
Sure. So the basics are 2 years of tax returns.
Okay.
Okay, so your last 2 years of filed returns. Your last 2 years of W-2s, assuming you're an employee, right? Your last 30 days worth of pay stubs. So if you're paid every 2 weeks, we would need 2 pay stubs. If you're paid weekly, we would need 4. Your last 2 months bank statements. We need actual official bank statements. Nothing blacked out. We need to see
Okay.
the account numbers, the names, etc.
Okay. So for submitting an offer, you can do like a screenshot of your bank statement and we black out the account. But for the actual loan, they want actual bank statements.
Yes.
And the whole thing, right? So page 1 to 8, you need all pages 1 to
Yep.
8, not just one page,
Even if they're blank. Yeah.
even if they're blank.
It's a bit crazy.
Now, people are asking why there's so much paperwork that's needed, and it's better than, I always say it's better than not having enough. And also, the more regulations that are there in place, the safer it is for financing. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we all remember what happened 12 years ago, right? 2006, the pendulum swung the opposite way. Lenders required no paperwork. They just took your word for what you were making, and it got a lot of people into a lot of trouble.
Look what happened.
Yeah.
We had the housing bubble.
Yes, so
It-
now it did. So now the pendulum has swung back the other way, and we are asking for a lot of paperwork and information. And the underlying theme is to make sure that you have the ability to repay the loan. So we need to look at everything and ask a lot of questions to make sure that you have the ability to do so. And all that revolves around your income, your debts, and your assets.
Okay, so now if you're in the middle of the transaction, you're in escrow, and the lenders start to ask you for more paperwork. Why is that?
Yes.
When they think that they've already submitted everything that they can and their
Yeah.
firstborn.
So we are collecting as much information up front as possible, and then we submit the file to an underwriter, and the underwriter is the one that reviews everything and gives us the approval. Yes, this person can afford a home. And usually 99% of the time, the underwriter has a couple questions, right? They've looked into the bank statements, they've looked at the pay stubs, and they just need an explanation on something. And again, it goes back to if there's a lot of money moving around, or there's cash deposits, or everybody's circumstance is a little bit different as to why we could ask for more information. But at the end of the day, we're just making sure that you're a borrower that can repay the loan. And I know it's a pain in the butt, but sometimes we have to remember we're borrowing $500,000 from somebody, and we're promising that we're going to be able to repay them. So, it's not completely unreasonable for what they're asking for, in my opinion.
Yeah, and then quick question on underwriters. Are they third party? Are they neutral? Where are the underwriters? Where do they come from?
Great question. They usually work for the company that's lending you the money.
Okay.
For us specifically, we actually have underwriters that sit in our office right down the hall, which gives us the ability to go in and talk to them and discuss files. With some other companies, they're out of state, maybe Arizona, maybe back east, and the underwriting's handled somewhere else. But it's usually all part of the same company.
Okay. There you go.